Ebe Hanana, Queenie. Ebe Jinanana, Queenie. Ebe Hanana.
Let's go!
Ebe Jinanana, Queenie. Ebe Hanana, Queenie. Ebe Jinanana, Queenie. Ebe Hanana, Queenie. Ebe Jinanana, Queenie.
But wait, before you go, make I give you for the last Anna. Baby, tell me what you want. You want it from the front or you want it from the back, Anna?
Hello there. Time to talk entertainment now on Joy News on Multi TV. Today, we'll be talking entertainment with a Queenie hitmaker talking about Edem. He's on the show today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Salmon goody, salmon goody, salmon goody, hey. Salmon goody, salmon goody, salmon goody. Go.
Jinanana, Queenie. Ebe Hanana, Queenie. Ebe Jinanana, Queenie. Queenie. Queenie.
Queenie is right here with me. Here, let's talk entertainment. Hello, Edem.
Hello, my dear. How you doing?
I'm good.
Great.
You're looking good today. Why are you in shades?
The nature of my brand. At other times too, you haven't slept properly. Your eyes are bloodshot, so you just have to cover it up. And the nature of our work too, you are always under the spotlight. And you still have to see. So all these things put together.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you still look good, though.
Thank you. God's grace.
Yeah. Talking about looking good and looking all built up. I saw your picture then. We're comparing your picture then and now. There's a vast difference.
Yes.
So it puts me to the position where I ask you, how did you start? How has it been for you starting music?
I think it has been tough, or it was tough for me starting. I think it is tougher now. Yes, to stay in a position is tougher than to actually break through. When I was in that position, I didn't know that, but I know that now that to maintain is actually more difficult. If I want to spell out how I came about, it would take hours, and so I'll basically say it's a long tunnel. And for me, my state of mind is there's no way out. The only way out is the way up, and so I decided to move in that direction, and I'm still in the process, and this is what I've gotten to, which is nowhere close to where I mentally envision myself. Yeah.
Coming up, do you have people who, when you were coming up musically, do you have a point, have you gone through a point where you brought your music to somebody and he doesn't believe in you because, I mean, Edem, no.
I never really pitched my record to people. Usually when I want to look at success and I want to look at doing things, I like to look at the recipes of other people. You want to invent the wheel, but you wouldn't want to reinvent the wheel too much. You like to look at templates. And for me, the success of other artists was very common. For Eminem, his Marshall Mathers album, he did a back-to-back with Dr. Dre. Missy Elliott, his success was around Timbaland. Michael Jackson, his success was around Quincy Jones. Obrafour, it was around Hammer. And for Bookbag, it was around JQ. And for Lord Kenya, it was around Zap Mallet. And so when you look at these elements of success, I wanted to do a classic album. For Snoop Dogg, it was Juice and Gin with Dr. Dre. So I wanted to do a classic album, which is usually you producing more of your records with one producer, having the same state of mind. And so I didn't go to a lot of people. I just walked my way through, even though it doesn't sound as easy as it sounds now. And then got to meet Hammer 2003. Took him from 2003 to 2006 to decide that he was convinced I was ready for the market. Took me 2006 to 8 to record. Took us another year to get ourselves out of the underground together as two people teaming up. And so that was it. I never really gave my music to anybody. I just worked with Hammer all the time.
You're doing good. I commend you on what you have been doing so far. Only in Ghana.
Yeah.
What is the idea? I saw the video. It's nice and it shows how people are living here in Ghana. Blah blah blah. But we haven't heard from you.
Well, Only in Ghana, I wrote that song the same time I wrote Charlie You Be Too Much. And just when I wrote the song and it came out, Sammy Black gave me another beat. And I thought, and before that, I think it was the early times when Twitter was around. And Sammy Black, myself, Salom and a few other friends, we decided to do a hashtag called English Made in Ghana. And we started on a Sunday morning. By evening, it was trending worldwide and Nigerians picked it up. So immediately I realized the power of having very catchphrases that are country friendly. And so I decided to write a song, capture things that happen only in Ghana. The beat was dope, but I needed more power to it. So I asked for the permission of Sammy Black, and then I gave it to Red Eye of Too Tough, who is now called Nature. And then he reproduced the record. From Too Much, we released Over Again, and then I revisited the song and realized that I wrote the song then, but now it has become a word on the lips of people. And so the team decided that we have to release it, because actually the time I was writing it, we were ahead of our time. And so we know that people don't entirely understand what I say. Yes, some is in Pidgin and most of it is in my dialect. So we have to pictorially be able to represent some of the things we are saying, still make it artistic and entertaining enough for people to want to watch it. And so we took the trouble and time to go around, also sell the country from the tourism angle, where if you have no idea about Ghana, you know that there are landmarks here that you can visit when you get to come. And it's been good so far online. We put the video out, MTV based website picked it up, they put it there as a very good video. And we released videos before that, they didn't pick it up, which means they saw something artistic about it. And so it's about a few weeks old. It's work from VRG.
What do you have coming up?
We have a lot coming up. We released a song which has stirred a lot of controversy, entitled Best Rapper. People don't think I should have a song with a title like that. They have their reservations.
I haven't heard.
Yeah, but
the song with Black Prophet.
Black Prophet, yes, it's one of the songs off Books and Rhymes, and we released Only in Ghana. We're about to release a video, which for me is probably the best video that's going to come out of this country. We're about to go into my new video, Never Seen Before, Edem featuring Sway. The title is The One. We put a lot of work into it artistically. We revisited historical events that took place in Ghana with the mindset of reminding we the youth what we went through, and also bringing a lot of lyrical dexterity, my dialect, some Pidgin, some patois jargons in there, just to create a very exciting hip-hop and energetic video. So check it out, The One featuring Sway. Let's go get him.
I'll be the savior of the game, I'm the only one. When nobody there but me, I'm the chosen one. I got a seat for the throne till the day I'm gone. I am the one, the one, the one. Let's go. Come on, y'all, get him. Hello, hi, rappers. I make you know the better. Ayo, hey. Ayo. Ayo, lo. Ayo. Ayo, hey. Ayo. Ayo, hey. Get him. The flow is saying revolution. missionary, shake reverber. Wow. I get too many stars, but you go ask your area barber. Most underrated, but we sip on top. Salif Keita, see undefeated, undisputed. Floyd Mayweather.
The one. First ever airplayed here on Let's Talk Entertainment. Edem, what do you think of your video?
I think it's artistic. I think it's different. I think it's, in the case of ingenuity, it's classical. Never seen before. We put a lot of work into it, so send big up to the entire VRNG. It cost us an arm and a leg, and so for us to pull our weight to be able to do it, so that we represent ourselves in Ghana properly, it's a video worth it, and I hope that it's able to raise the bar for video directors, for artists, for myself as an artist in the African continent. Yeah.
So basically you're saying you're rating your music video the best ever music video?
I don't think it will be the best ever music video, because after this video there are videos that are going to come.
But the best for now?
Yes, as we speak, I don't think there's any video there that's artistically driven. Is a bunch of people next to a certain very popularly known car and dancing, and a bunch of ladies who are shaking, and I don't think that adds a lot of value to our background and our cultural journey that we've come from and where we're headed to. Yeah. And shout outs to Sway, flew in all the way from the UK in December. We shot. Shout outs to Geo, famous people. A lot of work, a lot of critical thinking. Shout outs to VRMG, a lot of costuming, writing checks, huge amount of checks to shoot. It's not a joke.
Yeah. Do we have structures, or let me just put it, the structures that we have in the music industry, that is if we have one, that can take care of the upcoming ones and sustain you guys?
The music industry can take care of anybody. Once there's an industry where artists don't have travel insurance when they are going for shows, most of the event promoters don't pay their VAT. Most of the artists take their show money. We don't pay taxes. Most of the artists don't have a means whereby when they are sick, they have a record label to cover for them to go to the hospital. It's obvious that there's no structure in the industry, doesn't have a place they are going, as far as I know. It's only individual artists who have an idea where they want to go, and individual producers and individual industry players who have an idea where they want to go with their lives, not with only the music, and that's just about it. So there are no structures, there are a few things that are right here and there, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I think we'll be around 4, which leaves us to be honest with ourselves and know that there's a lot of room for improvement. When nearby Togo is doing royalties, and over here, just before the advent of Gumro's board being reshuffled, people with more albums were paid more than people who had the hottest records on TV and radio, which means that the very aged musicians who have about 10 albums will get more money than, let's say, Low Shaker or Gemini or an Edem or a modern day EO or a modern day Sarkodie or a modern day Samini or a modern day Shatawale will get less than somebody from the past who has more number of albums to their credit. And so it shows that there are a lot of loopholes in the industry, and that's just my view. Yeah.
Do you think people are just doing music without knowing what music is? Do you think we have people like that? They just want to do music because just get into the studio, say something.
I think that's how everybody starts, because when you're starting the music, you don't go around reading the structures, you don't go around reading the books, you go around following your passion. And when you're following your passion, it's just what you feel and what's in your heart and in your mind. So most of the time, you actually get into it before you start to learn the ropes. But I think when we get into it, that is when we have to make a conscious effort to be able to understand the semantics of the business and the rudiments and what binds the business. And so yes, a lot of people walk into it without knowing what it is. That's probably because we don't have a lot of music academies in the country, because there's no proper one where you go to learn that I have to do A, B, C, D. A lot of managers run the business based on experience, not because they have any proper tutorial on how to be a manager. A lot of business managers run it because they have a fair idea after working around the music for some time, not because they've studied any major course on music. And so it's a lot of informalities, but with people who have experience and are using their experience to be able to propel. And I think people who are doing that are doing extremely well, considering the fact that there's not a lot of education before you start the business.
Caught up with Eze, and Eze has been advising the musicians here in Ghana. Let's just take a set of what Eze has to say.
This E to Z, of course, he says, I'm a king of vision, king of Ghana, Jagada Ganja, the boy, they cross River Niger, no doubt. It's high time to ginger your swag, this is E to Z. As I said, of course, I'm into music and movies. I'm not just, my accessibility is not really limited, as long as entertainment is concerned. I'm reading music, I don't know if you're aware of that. I'm reading music and theatre act at Methodist University, so I'll be graduating this next year. So I'm on a second degree, as a matter of fact. Yeah. So I'm not regretting it. You see, first of all, let's define musicianship. Let's define music. Music is a combination of sounds from various angles that pleases the ear. When you combine, you can play a drum, you can play a tune. When they are all arranged in sequence and it makes sense to the ear, that becomes music. Then musicianship now becomes someone who has gone down into the school, learn a lot about music, understand the ethics, the fundamentals of music, knowing your key signature, your crotchet, your semi-quiver, how to use your hemula beats, cross beats, your harmony. There's so many things in music. It's more like arithmetic. Being a musician is more like being a physician. I always thought, even an electrician. Because you can't just get up and say you want to try this bulb and that other wire, naked wire. It's going to run you down. But here lies the case in Africa. That's why our music is not really having value, because people fail to redefine the true meaning of music and also to redefine what they are doing. Some of them are artists. Not to be surprised, even some of your musicians, they don't know anything about music. From the musical president to Sarkodie to Samini, they don't know anything. So when I went back, I realized, oh, okay, so there is this particular thing called profession in the music industry. And funny enough, music is the only thing you can do today, and when you pass out, you just get a job instantly. It's not more like when you do marketing or you read bank and finance, you have to work from one bank to another or one investment to the other before you can get a job. But the music, as you pass, even right in school, we get jobs. People want choir leader, choir head of the choir. You work in a big studio. You can see we have a lot of very elegant studios. There's a lot of sophisticated equipment, and you see yourself climbing and holding that kind of industry down. So you need to understand the true meaning and the definition of music before you can call yourself a musician. And a musician must at least play one instrument. If it is not a keyboard, it must be a guitar. If it's not a guitar, it can be a trumpet or anything that has a melody on it. Because the melody is, of course, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So anything that can play those 7 chords. We have even more than 7 tones when it comes to melodies. We have close to 12. That's what we call with the accidentals. That's in the accidentals to the main chords. So, but all these things might be a bit strange to you, and you have to read and understand music. You see, and if you want to read and understand music, you need to understand your G clef, understand when you're playing C, when you're playing D, when you're playing F, when you're playing G. You need to understand all this, and it makes it a lot easier. Without all this, you can't stand as a professional musician. And when you stand as a professional musician, that means you can read and write. And if you get to US, getting a job it will even be with raise. They will salute you and bring you in. So that's what most of us don't understand, especially in the music industry. And I wanted to, if I can use the opportunity, I will advise them. Truly, talent is not all. It's beyond talent. You have to further your education, understand more about the music you're talking about before you can stand up as a musician. So, and for me, I'm not regretting anything. You can see recently I decided to come out because at first I felt, who is going to pay me in Ghana? I'm blessed, I'm okay. The little job I do here and there, little investment here and there helps me to survive with my family. So I felt I'm contented. But like I said, until you fulfill the will of God, you will never rest. So that's the moment I realized the little push I've done now, I've come out a little bit. I've done a couple of performances here and there, and the acknowledgement and understanding is coming. So that's why I can't regret it. Shatta Wale is one of the crowd-pulling artists in this particular era. Shatta came from a very tough perspective of life, and it was a bit difficult from the beginning. But Shatta was this guy who back in those days when we talked to him, like, Charlie, man, do you think this music is gonna make sense? This music is gonna make sense? They're like, oh, boss, I know what I'm doing. And I was like, look, keep focused. Your own time will come. And with that, keep focused. Every now and then I'm with him, we talk good things and good future, things to talk about in future. I mean, things to do in future. And I was so proud when I realized that he has broken loose, that he's getting to the top. And yeah, I said, that's my boy. And wherever I see, anytime I hear his name, I say, yes, he is what we call a symbol of success. Shatta was this guy who went through rough and tough all the time. He had, issues with people. People also had issues with him, even from his own house, you see. So, and of course, a great man mustn't come from just a royal platter or a platter of gold. He has to go through difficulties before you get to that. So when I realized that he's gotten there, and I was so happy. And we had this song we wanted to do earlier. So he's like, oh, Daddy, this is the right time to do it. I say, yeah, that's the right time to do it. And luckily he came over, we just concur and conjoin. And that's how the We Are the Best came out. And there was no motive behind it. The motive only behind it is probably to address the fact that before you can become the best, you must pass through rough ages. So that's what's up with the We Are the Best. And I did another song with Barima entitled Number One. Barima, of course, you all know that the industry lost Barima. Some people always say she lost in the industry. No, it was the industry because of the poor infrastructure that has been set aside by the music and gamble and all that. That is really affecting the music industry. That's why today somebody is going to ask you, are you taking music for a professional career or what? I mean, you think about it. In a normal, look at those out there in the Western, in America, in Europe, you find out that they're doing so well. Even a common DJ in South Africa, if you see him car, you go surprised. But here, I don't know what's going on in West Africa. It's so unfortunate. And I felt that, it would be a time. I came out to address all these issues, to be very frank with you. It's not just because I need fame or what. No, it's beyond that. If nice structures set aside, membership criteria for music guy, scan and screen all the musicians. Charlie, you are part of the first class, you are the part of the second class, you are the part of the third class, which is supposed to be classed as the upcoming artist. And this is how you have to be. This should be your remuneration, as in your salary or whatever. You even go to the extent of having gratuity for them. So look at the old ones. That's what is happening to Barima. Barima was recognized in the industry. By now, she should be a major player, even in the Gamro on the music, because she was part of the foundation. But I felt it was time to, I could, shoulder to shoulder with her, so that she can come back in the industry and prove what she's supposed to be in the industry. So that's why we came back. So I did Number One with her, which is making airwave right now. Now I'm happy now, especially because most of the DJs are beginning to play my song, and it makes me feel so happy. I remember when I had a problem with YFM, it affected everybody. That's why most people didn't hear much about me, because then I was doing the loud in Accra, and when I resigned from the company, I went back to school. Somebody stole the concept and took it to YFM. Before I know it, this was on air. But my lawyer heard it and stopped them. So when my lawyer stopped them, they called me, and I told them, please, I resigned from the company, I'm in school. But everybody thought it's just about me. It's not. It wasn't me. It was the company. And I'm a different entity to the company. If you have read the law behind the company law, you find out that I'm different from the company. So it's not me. But well, I thank God we later settled out of court, and everything has come back to normal, and I've respected the fact that I bruised them a little bit and it affected me, so I took it upon me. But I don't believe that my success is lying in somebody's palm. That's it. But recently I released my latest single, the first song I'm doing with Only Me. I didn't feature anybody. It's titled Isinanka. It's rocking the airwaves. It's a danceable tune, love, you know how it is. So Isinanka is really out there. It's making it big also. So that's it generally. But let me conclude myself, if I'm allowed to. It's been wonderful, talking to you all, my fans especially, big up, and my haters too, big up, and my family, my wife, my children, they have always been by my side. And Clifford, not to forget, Clifford is this boy who has made it all happen this time, because this whole thing, he's more like a forerunner. He's the one facilitating, running in and out day and night, making sure that the song gets to the right people, and he has played a major role, and I big up to him with love. He's doing so wonderful, and may God continue to guide and protect him to the right perspective. And for the rest, advice I'll have for other musicians: if you're talented, and if you're a talented musician or you're a talented artist, please try to understand that before you can be called a musician, you need to go and understand the rudiments of music. Go down to any nearby school. This is what music is supposed to have done. Create a school where most people will be taught. So if you go out there, you learn more about music, understand what music is all about, it will add value to your personality. And as for music guy and the others, I would also appeal to them with this medium. Please, a lot is happening. You probably don't understand it, but I would suggest that you restructure yourself. Try and see that you look for the interest of your musicians, not just your personal interest. Look out there, see that there are some people that are being forgotten in the industry, and those that are not forgotten too, they are there as if they are not there. Someone has made a hit, you see him strolling, walking down the street. I mean, all these things are issues that we need to address. It's not like that in other countries. Even Nigeria goes away, they can no. Go check the video now. Go check other boys when they come out. You see, say level past level, now 10 over 10. So, and I pray that I'm here not to advocate any sort of negativity, but I'm here to see that those problems are being handled and treated, because my children might grow up to become musicians one day. So that's why I'm more after the infrastructure behind the music sector.
Go get him.
Do you see yourself doing gospel in the near future?
I've done gospel already.
Really?
I have a song on my album called Zero to Hero. It's a song celebrating where I came from and where I've got into. It actually features Akwabwa. I have a song called Hallelujah Amen with Kaki. He just didn't make it to the album. I have another song I recorded called No Way, where I'm saying that once you align yourself with the Creator, there's no way you're going to have any setback get through to you, and even if it gets through to you, you're going to overcome. He also didn't make it to the album. So I think I'm just a creative person. When my pen wants to bleed, and that's the idea that I feel is perfect for the beat and that kind of composition. I'll write. One of the only gospel songs that made it features Samini, produced by Magnum, is entitled I Am Blessed, with backing vocals from Raquel. So people should look out for it on the album. I don't know about a full gospel album because there are still issues I have to touch on. Not only Christ, there are real life issues, there are love issues, there are issues of being an egoistic artist, all that kind of stuff.
We will leave that one for the gospel artists to do their job.
Exactly.
Do you have anything else to say to your lovely fans apart from the video?
Yes. Be on the lookout. Books and Rhymes, the biggest thing to tap into the music industry this year when it comes to records. A lot of awesome producers on the album. Hammer came through on the album. Magnum came through on the album. EL came through on the album. Genius Selection came through on the album. Red Eye of Too Tough Studios. If I don't mention your name, please pardon me. So it's a major album, and be on the lookout for it when it comes out. You see a lot of activations in line with that, and it will be on iTunes. And please buy the album. It's hard to find, but please buy the album. My name is Edem. Let's go get him.
I've been hanging out with Edem here on Let's Talk Entertainment. We trust you had fun. I trust you loved that video. I love it too. This is where we draw the curtains for Let's Talk Entertainment today. Catch you same time tomorrow for another exciting edition of Let's Talk Entertainment. My name is Becky.
Truth. From one single atom, did he put heat and even Eden? Truth. From there we know what happened, and now I'm staring at my Mac. And I'm looking at where the apple was eaten. We came a long way, brother. They get ready for deliverance. We will get here now, me and Adams. And them said them that bumping track. Who saying the rap? Let me run with that. I didn't even plan to say that. Guess I've been a little fun with that. And them tell them I'm on a fight right now. Black star in the sky, they call me jumping jack back. Head of days they used to front with apps. Turn that around, brought London back. Everybody know I'm like a comet with a flow, but you can see it in the comments. For me, I'm going slow. And all these other rappers copy, but they'll never be suffer. I'm in the rain, I'm in the wind, I'm in the heat, I'm in the snow. Go, follow me and I'ma show you before me. To my beef, I'm mad, I've been around the globe. I done the readers, and I've been ripping people from the globe. But even when they see, they can never get off this guilt.